Welcome to another episode of Business Breakthrough Secrets Revealed. Today's guest claims he can teach you to ethically control your prospects' minds. Coming up now. Hi, I'm Kim Walsh Phillips, and today I have with me a special guest, Dave Dee. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, thank you, Kim. Great to be here.
So many people might not know, your background. They know you as a successful business person, but it hasn't always been that way, has it?
No, I have definitely not been a successful business person all my life. In fact, I went through many struggles. My dream when I was a little boy was to be a professional magician, and I was only doing about 3 shows a month. I was about $80,000 in debt. And then I hit upon the formula, really the secret formula for exploding my business, which was sales and marketing. I really started studying sales and marketing, and my business went from doing 3 shows a month to 25 shows a month in less than 90 days. In my 4th month, I did 57 shows. And then my evolution was, basically, other business owners started noticing that I was doing really, really well. My friends, and they started asking me, well, how are you doing it? And the truth is, marketing is marketing is marketing, and sales is sales is sales. And what I was doing is really no different than for any other business. So they started asking me, hey, can you teach us? Can you help us? And so that's when I really started teaching other business owners, consulting with other business owners, and sharing my sales and marketing secrets with them.
Well, that brings up an interesting point. People say that, controlling someone's mind or the methods you teach might be unethical. How do you respond to that?
Well, they can be. They can be used in an unethical manner, okay? But there's the difference between persuasion and manipulation is intent, right? So it's really what your intent is. So if your intent is to sell something to someone that they don't want, need, or desire, then you're a con man, right? But if your intent is to help them get an outcome that you know that you can get for them, then you really have an obligation to use all of the strategies you can to make that sale.
So you have been on the stage and created programs with one of the gurus in direct response marketing, Dan Kennedy.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, it was really cool because where I learned the marketing aspect of this was from Dan. I went to a seminar when I was really struggling, and I bought a program from him that he was selling on stage speaking, and I implemented that program, and it worked great. Well, then years later, he asked me to work with him and create different sales and marketing programs, either that I did or that we did together. And so it really came full circle. But what's really cool, and I think what's really going to be interesting for your viewers, is one specific piece of how to sell. And that is selling via webinars online. You see, what I did is I took one of his sales presentations that he used to go out and do all of the time on stage, and I reconfigured it, and I crafted a webinar to sell this same program that I bought. And what happened is, they ran that on autopilot, which I teach people how to do. And within just about a year and a half, they had made, get this, $1.5 million in sales running an automated webinar. And so that's really where I'm focusing my efforts now, is using all of these, what I call these psychic sales techniques and persuasion techniques, and putting them together into sales presentations, really webinars online that convert like magic.
A question that comes to my mind, and I'm sure I'm not alone, our viewers probably are thinking it too, is, okay, Dan was a famous marketing guru.
Yeah.
You were a magician.
Right.
This worked for you, but how would this work for other businesses?
Yeah, well, it's really from following a template in the system. It really has nothing to do whether you're a good presenter. It really doesn't have anything to do with any of that. If you follow a specific step-by-step template, remember, you're not doing these live. So these are recorded. So you can do as many takes as you want until you have it exactly the way you want it. As opposed to if you're on the stage selling in front of somebody, there you are, and that's how it works. And so you can get it perfect. And if you follow a template and a system, the system that I have, you just plug in the pieces, and I show you exactly how to do it, and you can absolutely have a winning webinar, whether it's to sell a product or service right from the webinar, or what a lot of people are using it for is to generate appointments for themselves. So they drive prospects to a webinar, the prospect watches the webinar, the call to action at the end is for them to sign up to make an appointment.
That's amazing. So if folks want to find more about how to create webinars that convert, where should they go?
Well, they should go to davedee.com, and on there I've got a really cool free tool. It's my actual template that we just talked about. It really lays out each step, what you're supposed to do each step of the way, lays it out, and all you got to do is follow that. That's absolutely free. If they just go to davedee.com, they'll get that.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us, Dave.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Kim.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Business Breakthrough Secrets.